Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Hooray pop-up party in the kitchen, pop-up kitchen party, whatever you want to call it. We are super excited that you are here with us tonight. Are you live? Yes, you haven't even gone live. You got to start over. No, it says to go live. It's not started.
What are you talking about?
It doesn't. It says to go live.
This one here says live.
Is it live? Mine says go live. Is it live? It is live. Yes, great. So this is always interesting because I'm like on a different computer or my device tonight, and mine at the bottom says go live, and it's like we haven't started. We got to start. All right. Good evening, everybody. It's so great to see so many of you jumping on. We're excited to have you here with us tonight. Do want to remind you to reach out, maybe right now. Snag that URL in the top and send it to your friends. Say, come on, jump in, jump in. Also want to remind everybody to give StreamYard permission. Can you hit that banner, Charlie? Give StreamYard permission to know who you are, okay? Because that's a really important thing. You see, Facebook is really funny about groups, and it will not let us see who's talking to us unless you give them permission. Did you put it? Because it's not streaming. It's not running. It is? Okay, because on my screen it's not. That's what's so weird. It's not showing. This is so crazy tonight on this device. Okay, so it's really, really important that you let StreamYard have permission to see your name, because if we can't see your name, we don't know that you're on. All right, so that is rule number one. Now, there's a second little rule that I'm going to ask you, and if you are a guest, and Charlie, there's a banner for that too. If you are a guest, would you please, in the comments, put your name and who invited you? So, like if I'm a guest, I'm going to say, my name is Marcia Brown, and I'm a guest of Charlie Brown. And that way we know who you're here, because our wonderful Colleen, one of our amazing managers, is here watching the chat, and she's taking lists. And this is when we want to make sure we don't miss anybody. Now, to all of our sales reps that are here with us tonight who invited people to join us, you can also be commenting, because if you know that one of your friends is on, go ahead and put that in the comment, and just you could like tag Colleen and say, hey, Colleen, so-and-so is on with me, so that way we know that you have your guest on here as well tonight. But we have a great lineup of recipes for you tonight. We are looking forward to sharing that with each and every one of you. And as you're making your comments, I'd love to know, like, what do you love about Tupperware? We all have a memory, right? We all have something about Tupperware. That's one of the things that I always find with my customers, is that Tupperware is like a warm fuzzy. And we all have this memory of something that takes us back to our childhood. And one of the things I always remember is my grandma had this big white bowl. And I thought it was the biggest bowl in the world. And it's the one that she used all the time to make her biscuits. And every time, we'd go to her house and she would have that bowl out, I knew we were going to have homemade biscuits. She also used it always when she made her fabulous, amazing stuffing or dressing, whichever way you call it in your family, at Thanksgiving and at Christmas. And she would make those biscuits and make, and save like all the extras. She'd make an extra batch when she made them and save that one. And she would crumble up those homemade biscuits to use to make her stuffing. And her stuffing was just the most amazing, creamy, with her gravy all over it. It was just the best thing ever. And so every time I think about that bowl, I think about the love my grandma put into making those biscuits and to making that dressing. And that bowl, of course, is our fix and mix bowl. And we don't always have it all the time. And it's 26 cups. And it's always so funny to me when I'm at an event, when I'm at something, and someone says to me, oh, my mom had this big bowl. My grandma had this big bowl. And I'll show you, oh, was it this one? And they go, oh, no, that's too small. And it's because when we're small, that bowl looked so big. But of course, it was a 26 cup bowl. And that's a bowl is 32 cups. And that's a mega bowl is 42 cups. And every once in a while, we have that's a jumbo bowl, which is a 59 cup capacity. You can brine your whole turkey in that. And right now, through tomorrow, we still have some bundles, some That's a bundles that are on our website that you can take advantage of. And if you click on them and scroll through, it'll tell you what capacity. So if you need that great big 59-cup bowl that you can brine your turkey in, you're going to want to take advantage of that and not let that get away from you by tomorrow, because otherwise we won't have it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started because I'm going to make the first recipe for you tonight. Now, I need to grab something real quick. I forgot to bring over here. And I'd like to make this homemade, and I didn't get to make homemade bread for you guys before we got started tonight. But I'm going to share with you a recipe because tonight we are talking all about gifts from the home. How many of you have people on your shopping list, you know, or maybe on your gift giving list that, you know, because of the economy or whatever, you know, there's people that we don't normally give gifts to, but you'd like to give them a little something. You know, we all have those people, maybe the bus driver, maybe the teachers at the school, maybe some neighbors that we'd like to give a little something to. And one of the things that I think is always the best gift that we can ever give to somebody is gifts from the home. And gifts, because any gift that comes from the home to me is a gift from the heart. Heart, right? We want to make sure that we're always thinking about that. And when we give gifts made with love, then we're really sharing love with the world. And so these recipes that we're going to share with you tonight are some absolutely amazing gifts that are going to be great for those gifts that you want to give to folks in the office, the teachers, your coworkers, the bus drivers, maybe your FedEx guy, maybe your mail person, and of course any of your neighbors. If you're doing a little drop-in, it'd be a great little thing to have a little something to give people when they come. So I'm going to go ahead and get us started tonight, and I have a recipe that I want to share with you, and it's going to be as simple as this to get us started. Okay, Charlie, simple as this, right? To get us started. Okay, he's already got it. Anyway, so we are going to be using one of our amazing whip and mix products. See, he's got his earbuds in and he can't hear me when I'm talking to him. So it's like I have to, Charlie. Poor Charlie. He gets so much grief from me, doesn't he? But if you guys love Charlie, in the comments, go ahead and say, we love you, Charlie, because we do. We all love Charlie so much. Okay, so I have our whip and mix container. Now, the whip and mix is one of my favorite products because it will do anything that you know, your electric mixer will do for any kind of small jobs that you have, and it's so easy to do. Plus, it can go in the dishwasher, which makes it even easier, and you don't need a plug if the electricity goes out. So it is. So I'm going to take this. It has a rubberized base. Put it in here, and I'm going to teach you how to make whipped butter. But not just whipped butter, how you can take your whipped butter and add seasonings to it, and then add that, mix that with other things, you know, mix those seasonings with it, package it, and then give it with some homemade bread, which is why I said I need to grab some bread because I'm going to have to sample this before we go on. So I'm going to go ahead and make, like a half pound of butter, which means I need 2 sticks of butter. So each of our sticks of butter is 8 tablespoons, and that's about that's a quarter of a pound. So we're going to put 1 in here. Now these have been sitting out for a little while, which I would have thought they had been super soft, but it's not super warm here today. It's probably in the 70s. And they're getting a little bit soft, but what's great about this, and I found this out the hard way, I was doing some cream cheese, and I had set the cream cheese out, and I didn't set it out, and I needed to make it, and it wasn't hard. I mean, it wasn't hot, it wasn't warm, it was still cold, and you can actually do this even if it's not actually cold yet. I'm just going to cut this in half, put that down in there. I'm just cutting each of these in half. Okay, so I have 2 sticks of butter in here. And then I'm going to take my whip and mix blade. And there are three blades, or 3 whippers, and each one, there's actually 6 tines. Or 6 blade things out. Each one has a tine on it. So there's 12 tines on here. And every time you turn this, it's like you've turned it 27 times. So it makes it really fast, really easy. You can literally whip cream in about 30 seconds. In fact, I thought about showing you how to make your own butter because you can actually make your own butter using this. Now this actually has 2 gears, a first gear and a second gear. And in first gear, that's not going to work for this butter because I can't even turn it. First gear is the thing you're going to use to whip your egg whites. It's going to be great to whip whipped cream. It's going to be fantastic if you have a light crepe batter that you're mixing up. So you've done your eggs, you add a little bit of flour into it, and you whip it up. It's a perfect size, but perfect speed for that, because you don't want it to be super fast because you'll work it up too much, and it gives it a lot of air to it that way. But if you're making something that has a thicker batter, like you're making maybe something thicker, like cake mix or brownies, and in this case, of course, with our butter, or if you're going to make buttercream frosting or whipped cream cheese. And just like I'm making this whipped butter, you can actually do it with cream cheese, and you can make a whipped cream cheese. All right, so I'm going to put it into the second gear. If I wanted to add something like lemon juice to it to give it a little flavoring, I can actually open this piece up, and there's a little funnel that fits into it, so I can add lemon juice. So if I wanted to make some lemon cream cheese in there, it would be great for that. Now I've got it in here, and I'm just going to start to turn it. And you get it started, so I'm going to rock it back and forth just a couple of times. And now check this out. Can you imagine trying to whip butter that quickly, that easily, just going like that, just back and forth 2 times, and then boom, I'm ready to go. And so I'm just holding onto the top so it doesn't bounce around. What I like about this too is I feel like I get a little bit of exercise. So if I'm going to eat some butter afterwards, I feel like I've earned it. Okay, so you just whip it around, whip it around, whip it around a few times, and then you can pop it off and check it and see what it's looking like. And guys, I want you to check that out. Check out how that butter has already got nice and whipped and everything. All right, so let me run and grab my spatula. I forgot to grab my spatula. I was trying to be so good and have everything ready. All right, so we've got that. I'm going to whip it around because I want to make sure that I get all of it from the bottom up before I go forward. And then we're going to stick it back down in there. Now there are these 2 little knobs here at the back, and you always want to stick those in there just like that. And that way you know that it's locked in. And we're going to whip it some more. Whip it, whip it, whip it. And so by doing this much, I mean, like probably if I was doing this much, I was going to be making one flavor, and that way I could package it and give it to a friend with a loaf of my homemade bread. If you're not a baker, then you can go to the bakery and buy some at the store, and you can wrap it up as if you made it yourself, and then give it with this little container. You could use your snack cups for this. You could use any of your little ideal bowls are great for this as well. I'm going to be using some Clearly Elegant small bowls that we had a while back. And you know, when these come out, these are great because they're just so pretty. But you want to find, and if I'm doing a lot, maybe I'm giving a big family gift, I could use the ones that we can purchase, the little small bowls that you can purchase, the medium bowls that you can purchase separately, and use those for that as well. So it just depends on how much money you want to spend. The snack cups are great and they're inexpensive. The ideal bowls are great because that's also, and you can check around with whatever is on special. Okay, so now you see our butter is all nicely whipped up. And I'm going to go ahead and make just one flavor. Charlie and I were talking about, because one of the ones I like to make at all times is I like to make an herbed butter, and I'll put some the Italian herb seasoning blend that we make. We have a DIY recipe for that. Be sure to, if you are a guest with us tonight, be sure to ask your rep about that. We even do DIY seasoning blend classes that you could have your friends come over to your house, or you could do it virtual. You get a list of all the ingredients that you need, and then you can make those together. So the Italian herb is a really nice one done, and it's great to put on crusty Italian bread. It's a great side dish to go, or spread to go along. If you're making garlic bread, you could do it with garlic and the spices, and you could grill it with the garlic butter on it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And it's even, and there's a steak and chop one that I love to do that one. And then you can put big spoonfuls of it on top of whatever you're baking on your grill. If you're cooking if you're grilling a steak, you can put a big blob of that on top of it. You could use it on your portobello mushrooms. That's what I like to do it on. It's just so good for all of it. So you'll see my butter is nice and creamy here. Now I'm going to go ahead and do something, and since it's pumpkin season, but if we get closer to the holidays, the Christmas holidays, I might change it up a little bit. But I have some pumpkin pie spice that we made as well. So it's got all those wonderful pumpkin flavors that we like. And I'm going to get my measuring cup spoons out, and depending on how much you want in there, I'm going to go with a half a teaspoon into my butter. And I'm just going to take a half a teaspoon and put that in there. And then I'm going to take some vanilla, and I'm going to add a quarter teaspoon of my vanilla, because I don't want it too strong, just a little bit, just to give that in there. And then last, I'm going to add a little bit of sugar. You could also do some honey in here. You could make a honey butter. Here in the South, we love something called hush puppies. If you've ever had hush puppies, they're really the best thing ever. And they're really good with honey butter. So you could do some honey and whip it into here as well. So now I'm going to take, and I'm just going to add about, this is a half a tablespoon. I'm going to go ahead and start. Maybe I'll put I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar in there. And I've got my brown sugar. And guys, I want you to check out this brown sugar. This is in my Modular Mate Super Oval 2, which will hold 2 pounds of brown sugar. It fits perfectly in there. But I want you to look at this. Do you notice what my brown sugar is doing? What is it doing? Yeah, you're right. It's moving. Did you know that brown sugar is supposed to stay soft when you store it? And that's what's so great about our Modular Mates, is that it actually helps you keep your brown sugar soft. And if you happen to have one of those hard brown bricks in the back of your cabinet, and it was brown sugar, but now it's turned hard, you can actually take it, you can put it in a bowl, stick it in your microwave for about 30 seconds. It'll help to kind of break it up. But what I always suggest is just put it in an airtight Tupperware container, add a slice of bread or a slice of apple, seal it, leave it overnight, and it will literally absorb the moisture from your bread or your apple. That piece of bread will be hard as a rock the next day into your brown sugar, and it'll make your brown sugar soft again. So I have my brown sugar in there. Okay, so now I'm going to take this, and here's what's great. I mean, guys, I'm serious. This brown sugar has been here at my in my house here in this kitchen for a year, and it's still just as soft as the day I put it in there. So I lock that back in place, put my handle on, and then I'm going to whip it up. And so now it's going to whip that pumpkin pie spice into it. It's going to, you could do cinnamon butter, you could do garlic butter, you could do, it's today's Taco Tuesday, right? And it's also National Taco Day, which is really amazing. So you could make a jalapeno or a chipotle butter, and think how yummy that would be. You could spread it on some fish or some chicken and grill it and put it into your tacos. I mean, it would be amazing, right? So here we go. There we have our wonderful seasoned butter. We're going to take, and I'm going to just quickly, I always like to pull it up a little bit just to get it all off of there. Okay, I'm going to set that one right there. And then I'm just going to take this, and this is what I would basically do. I will take my butter, and I'm going to put it into making sure everything's mixed all the way down to the bottom. And then I'll just take it and I'll package it in this little container. And this would take all of it, right? This will hold about a half a pound of butter in this. And then I would sprinkle a little bit of the pumpkin seasoning on top of it before I gave it as a gift. Put the seal on it, put a bow on it, and give it to somebody. And then you can just take your piece of bread. Take my little piece of bread here. Little piece of bread. Take your butter, put it on there. Oh my gosh, that is so good. You got the nice creaminess of the butter. It's nice and fluffy. You've got that sweetness. If you wanted it a little sweeter, you could add some more sugar to it. It's perfect for me. You get that hint of the mint, and then you got that pumpkin pie spice. And once again, if you're a big pumpkin person, you could add a little more pumpkin spice. That's what's great about it. You can make it the way that works best for you. So that's our amazing whip and mix using to make our own whipped butter, and you can package it and give it to all of your friends, all of your family, whoever you'd like to. You can even use our decorating bags to put your butter into it, and then you can push them You can actually mold them out onto your silicone mat that you're going to get to see one of our amazing leaders share with you a little bit later. And you could actually put those in the freezer and freeze them. And then you could package those up to give as well, these little frozen little butter pieces, which look so cute as well. And these are all some special exclusive items that we have just this month. But right now, we're going to go all the way up to Connecticut. Hey guys, we're going to Connecticut to our incredible director, Karen Edwards, and she's going to share with you how to make another fun recipe that's perfect for gift giving if you can get it out of your house, right? All right, so Charlie, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Karen, and I am from Woolgate, Connecticut. So I want to show you guys how quick and easy it is to make muddy putties, or they call it puppy chow. It's so much fun and so easy. So I'm going to grab my vent and serve just because it's going to be big enough for what I need to heat up. I'm going to take 8 ounces of chocolate chips. I like to put them in my freezer mates and throw them in the freezer because it keeps them fresh from getting freezer burn. It also keeps my kids out of the freezer and out of the cabinets, so I actually have it when I need it. A lot of times what I'll do is if there's a recipe on there that I actually want to keep, I do like tape it right on there, so it makes it really easy for me. I'm going to do 8 ounces of the chocolate chips. I'm going to do a half a cup of peanut butter and just pour that in here. All right, get that in there. And then I'm going to get a 1/4 cup of butter. Now you always want to put butter whenever you're melting the chocolate because it actually makes it nice and creamy instead of clumpy. So I'm going to put that all in there. I'm going to try to mix it up a little bit in here, but fact of the matter is it's all going to melt and kind of mush together anyway. I like to use the vent and serve. Now this is great for meal planning, your vent and serves, but one of the things I love about it is it's got the 4 feet on the bottom, so it really allows everything to heat up evenly inside. And a lot of times it's going to heat from the inside outward because this is going to be raised from the microwave dish, and it actually flows in all 4 directions. And I'm going to make sure to pop my vent to let the steam out, and I have it covered still, so it keeps my microwave nice and clean. So I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to put that in for about a minute, and we'll see how that works. So what I'm going to use is my That's bowl. Now, I don't know if you guys all have a That's bowl. This is one of those bowls like everybody has to have. And they have all different sizes, but you have to have a big one because the big one is absolutely amazing. I have had this one for over 20 years, and it still is amazing. I love it because it's when you are doing a particular making a particular thing, it's perfect because it fits your needs in that moment. And then I sit there and say, oh, I'm so happy I have this big bowl. Even though when I first bought it, I was like, what am I going to do with that big one? But let me tell you, it comes in handy. It's wonderful. Now, Marcia showed you the whipping mix. Now, I have the whipping mix too, except I'm not going to use it as a whipping mix. I want to use it as a measuring cup because this actually holds 5 cups. Okay, which is really cool. I love the size of that. So let me just check this really quick. I'm gonna mix it. Marcia, I think we're both forgetting spoons today. Okay, so I'm just gonna, this is nice and smooth now. And all it took was a minute because of the fact of, again, it heats up nice and even, and you don't want to over melt it either. So half the time when you're melting chocolate, when you first take it out, you'll still see a little bit of the morsels, but if you just stir it up a little bit, it still continuously melts. So this is how nice and creamy that is. And that only took a minute because again, it's going to heat up nice and evenly inside of this. And notice that I'm not burning my hands because I can still hold on to that. So now I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm going to mix this in too. Now, one of the cool things, I don't know if you noticed, I already had this pre-measured. It's flat on the bottom, so I can have it pre-measured and it's going to sit nice and flat on the counter and not like roll off, which is really good because it makes things really easy, especially for my daughter when she likes to not quite go by the ingredients and kind of skip things. So I kind of have her pre-measure everything and have it all set. This way she still has her independence, but I can sit there and like double check her measurements. And it's easy when it comes to the teaspoons, and because of the fact that ours actually is flat on the bottom and they all snap together, so they all stay together as well. Okay, so now that this is all set and nice and smooth, I'm going to measure 9 cups of Chex Mix. Okay, now I like to always have all my cereal inside of the cereal store because it keeps it nice and fresh, and it keeps all the bugs and stuff out, just like the modular mains. And I love the fact that it's clear and you can see through it, so I don't have like a ton of cereal boxes in my cabinet thinking that they are full and they're completely empty in the kitchen and throw them away. Because let's face it, how many of you, comment below, end up having empty cereal boxes? Okay, so there is my Chex Mix. Now I'm going to pour this all in here. What I love about this is if you guys like Reese's peanut butter cups, this tastes like a Reese's peanut butter cup. Okay. Probably get my other spatula. I'm just going to scoop all of this goodness, chocolate goodness, right inside of here. Okay. I'm going to try to mix it a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about it too much because honestly, this is the best part about the Fatable. Got the little thumb hole here. I'm going to put this on top here. And I'm going to hold it by the hole, and I'm going to shake it up. And it's funny because in my head, I'm sitting there singing "Shake It Up, Baby" in my head as I'm shaking it. So that's what's fun about this. Okay, so now you have this chocolate goodness, right? So now you are going to take some confectionery sugar. Now, again, I have this inside of my modular main because it takes up less space. It stays fresh. And one of the cool things I want to tell you is this is a super oval tube, and it holds an entire packet, 32-ounce package of your your confectionery sugar, brown sugar, and I'm going to do 1.5 cups of this, okay? So one of the things I wanted to show you about the micro pitcher, show you in 1 second. Need a bigger scoop. Ooh, as I make a mess. So one of the things I did want to show you about the Micro Pro pitcher is it's made out of the same material as the Benson Store, so it's awesome because you can actually melt butter and your chocolate in here. Now, typically that's what I would have done, except I made such a big batch that it all was not going to fit inside of this. I had to put it in my Benson Store But the cool thing is you got 1 cup and a half a cup. This sits on top just like this, and then you can throw it in the microwave. And it's still going to heat up nice and evenly, and it's going to melt really nice without a bunch of splatter. But then the best part is afterwards, with your finger, you literally use it as a pitcher, and you could control where everything is going. Great for gravy for Thanksgiving dinners too. Okay, so that was only 1 cup. Let me do the other cup super quick. So I have to tell you, I've been doing Tupperware. It's kind of funny because I swore I was only going to do this for 2 months, and I didn't think anything would ever come out of me selling Tupperware because I am so not a salesperson at all. And I said to my husband, I was going to do this for only 2 months, and 2 months only. And I said, I said, after 2 months, people will stop wanting Tupperware because, you know, for the first month or two, I might have friends and family that's going to support me, you know. And he's like, go ahead, do whatever you want. I'm going to put the seal back on. And 2 months later, I was flying high. And I was like, okay, I looked at my husband. I'm like, I'm going to do this a little longer because this is going way better than I expected. And he was like, okay, keep going. So I kept doing it. And then little did I know, within 7 months, I became a director. I got a free car. They paid for my taxes, registration, and insurance, which is awesome. And I get a new car every 2 years that I don't have to pay for. So that has been a huge saving for me and my family. So I was excited about that. And then 4 months later, I ended up getting a trip. So now, 2.5 years later, guess what, guys? Here I am. I'm still here. So Tupperware has been an amazing experience, especially when I only said I was only going to do it for a little bit. But then what happened was I started using all these products, and I would get so excited over how much I loved the products that all I wanted to do was share the love of the products with my friends. So it's not about me selling things as much as it is me teaching or showing people how awesome certain things are and how it saves you money. So that is why I'm with Tupperware. So here is my puppy chow. So one of the things that I like to do, this is great for making a little goodie bag for that person that you want to give a little something to, even if it's a work friend or something. So I make this, but the really cool thing, let me push this all off to the side here. I just got peanut butter on me. So one of the things that I like to do is for that little something that you don't really know what to buy them, but you want to just show a little bit of appreciation of something. The canisters that are on sale, I have a different kind of one. So I do like to put it like in things like this, or maybe the Clearly Elegance bowl, a small one just as a little something. The other thing you could do actually is put it inside of a stack of the clear bowls and make it look like a snowman because of the fact it's all white, which is really cool, and have a little fun with that as well. But I love the fact that I can make this ahead of time and then put this in one of these containers and just hold on to them because of the fact these are airtight, so it's going to stay fresher longer. So that is one of the things that I like to do with that. So you can, this all ends up just by shaking it, it all ends up all nice and evenly coated, which is one of the reasons why I love my Thatchable. And by shaking it, you don't have to worry about certain areas being clumpy because everything gets a nice even coating, which is really cool. So I just take this and I'm going to put some in here. And honestly, the snacking stores are is a pretty amazing gift as well, because again, it keeps everything fresh. A lot of times people like to buy danishes and bagels. You can put that in here and it keeps it all nice and fresh from getting stale, which is always nice. But it's a nice little way of showing your appreciation. The other really cool thing that I like to use if I do a bunch of different treats is I like to buy the cereal, the microwavable cereal containers. because those, again, they have the airtight seal on them, but you can put a little bit of all different things in there and then stack them up, and then that makes a really nice little presentation for a little gift that was inexpensive, made from the heart, and you're good to go.
I love it. Oh my gosh. I want to come up to your house. I want to come to Connecticut.
This is what I'm telling you, this is amazing.
That's one of my favorite snacks. You put chocolate and peanut butter together and I'm in heaven.
It's like crack, guys.
And that is one of my favorites. And Karen told me, she says, I can't believe you gave me this recipe to do. This is like crack. It's so addictive. So thank you, Karen, for that. And of course, we'll share the recipe again. We showed it a little bit earlier, but we'll have it on in the group so that you all can get that as well. But thank you so much for those great tips and ideas. All right, so Charlie, if you can put it, there we go. So I want to talk to you for just a few more minutes. Once again, if you are a guest and you have not yet put in the comments your name and who invited you, please, please, please do that, because Colleen is making a list and checking it twice, and she's keeping track. And if you have not, let StreamYard know that you are, give them permission to use your name. We won't know who you are either, because it'll just say Facebook user, and we don't know, because Facebook's really funny about a lot of things. So anyway, once again, I'm Marcia Brown, and I have the privilege of working with these amazing ladies that you're seeing here tonight. I've been in Tupperware for 42 years, and kind of like Karen, I started for a short time. I was going to do it for 30 days, and I ended up, here it is, 42 years later that I'm still here. It's worked for me from being a mom with one child to growing my family and now having grandchildren that I have time to spend with. It allowed us the luxury of paying for college and not having to borrow money. It's given me a free car to drive for 42 years. And of course, it's given us the opportunity to have two homes. This one that I'm in tonight, our beach house here on the coast of North Carolina, and our home in Charlotte, and all paid for, debt-free, which is really and truly what Tupperware is all about. What I want to talk to you about right now, though, is how you can get the best Tupperware for free. Because you see, all of these products that you just saw Karen talking about and the products you saw me talking about are things you can't get anywhere else except from your Tupperware consultant. And that's why it's so important that you support your local Tupperware consultant, because they have thebomb.com. They have all of it, but more importantly, they can treat you to the best instead of the rest. And this, what you see in front of me right here, is one of our exclusive host gifts. You see, when you get your friends together, just like even for tonight, you don't have to clean your house or clean your bathroom. You just invite your friends to one of our virtual parties, just like we're doing right here tonight, and you let them see all the things that Tupperware can do, and then you are able to qualify for free gifts based on the sales of the what they buy. So you always qualify for an exclusive thank you gift when your sales are at least $200. And of course, the little small That's bowl that we have is one of those gifts. We have some other really cool choices. Some really cute refrigerator bowls that make great gifts, 4 of those that you can use to pack up that people chow and give as a gift. So that means you got it free and you got to get 4 gifts to give away. At $300, you qualify for 10% in free Tupperware, so that's $30 free Tupperware, and any item in the catalog for half price, kind of like that whip and mix that you saw, or maybe some of that vent and serve. And then at $350 this month, and this month only, we have an exclusive offer for our host, because we have 2 amazing products. You have your choice of these 4 plates and 4 tumblers that you can add to your collection of products in your home for $15, or we have the one and only, the very best salad spinner on the market that you cannot buy, only get as a host, but you can get it with that $350 party and 2 bookings. And I don't have one of those here, but it's such a great product that you're going to want to have it in your kitchen. Now at $500, that's our mega level. Well, that's like our bonus level. I always go with like the ding, 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 ding. You hit $500, and now you have qualified to shop for exclusive gifts. And what you see in front of me is one of those exclusive gifts. Now, actually, right now we have 3. and you get to choose from one of those three. So be sure you're asking your rep about all of those. $75 in host credits that you can shop with for anything in the catalog, or you can redeem it for one of these exclusive gifts, like this 1 gallon pitcher with the easy lock top. This is one of my favorites. It's so easy because if I can just go boom like that and then set it down and close it. I don't have to have two hands to open it. A whole gallon of iced tea, lemonade, punch, whatever. We have 4 of these sparkly beautiful, and you guys, I have to show these to you because you need to see. Look at that. Can you see that sparkle on that? It's made with a special shimmer material. So the plates and the cups and the pitcher all have that shimmer to it as well. These are great for your punch, and of course the 4 plates. Now, as I said, at $3.50 you could get 4 of these, of each of these, but now you get an additional 4 with this set, which means that partying is going to be so much easier because you have 8 place settings of that as well. You also get 4 of our individual bowls with these special dip containers. Now they look kind of funny, like what is those little things sitting on the side of it? But these are great because if you're trying to get your kids to eat veggies, you put their ranch dressing here, you put their veggies here, and they can eat the veggies with the ranch dressing, and they'll eat all their veggies. You could use it if you're having a party and you have chips and they can put their dip in there and they can walk around and there's no double dipping, and if there is, it's their own double dipping and they don't care about it. And of course, you don't have to use these at all. But you've got 4 of these amazing bowls that you have as well. But my personal favorite, the serving center, this is the one for the person at your house for Thanksgiving who doesn't like their food to touch. This is going to be the one for them because there's a place for all their food, but they must be eating a lot because this is really big. I love this as a veggie tray. It's great for a fruit tray. It's great if you're doing a baked potato bar. You can have all your baked potato toppings. You can use it as a salad bar. It covers up and seals so you can take it with you. So if you're in charge of bringing the veggies and the dip, this will be great for you to be able to do. And the cool thing about it is that this little container is actually removable, and without the seal, the base is microwave reheatable. So 50%, you can put it in there. You can do your spinach and artichoke dip. You can use it to do your queso, anything that you want to have warm to serve, you can do that, and then you're ready to go. I'll always like to make an extra one of these. And so I'll start with filling this up. Once that's full, then I just pull the seal off of that and stick it in there. And then I don't have to be spooning it out. It's just quick. It's done. So this is an amazing set of products that our host can get when they have a party during the month of October. But you know what? We're not even finished, because once you check out those other ones, or maybe you see some of these products tonight we've been talking about, you're going to want more than just this. When you get to $7.50, there's another exclusive host shopping list. Only host can take advantage of it. 2 of our brand new metal thermal containers, our thermal water bottle and our thermal hot pot. You're going to want to check those out. And at $1,000, you will qualify for the shopping spree of all shopping sprees, because at our $1,000 level with 2 bookings at your party, you're going to get $400 in free Tupperware. Guys, can you imagine what it would be like to go on a shopping spree with $400 of free Tupperware? And the best part about it is that you can use it for whatever you want. Anything in our catalog, plus 3 half-price items. Or you can use that $400 to shop for this. Get this for $75. You can get one of those other ones I mentioned for $75, and another one for $75, and you're still going to have $110 left over to spend. So you get to choose. And what's better for a woman than getting to choose? So you're going to get to choose what you want. So I'm going to tell you right now, reach out to your Tupperware rep if you're watching this. If you're one of our guests with us tonight, you're going to want to reach out, because this is the time, the month to do it. And you never know, there could be even more specials when you host, because as a host, you always get the most. Now, we're going to pop on over to the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina area, and we have another one of our incredible leaders who's going to be sharing with us tonight another fun way to give gifts from the home. It is our incredible executive director, Deborah Gooding, and I'm going to let her share with you what she's making. She's making some cowboy cookies, and they're going to be so yummy. So take it away.
Whoops. Sorry, I just realized I had my mic off. Hey everyone, how are y'all tonight? I am going to show you a quick and easy way. Recipe will be posted to make a simple gift to give to someone. And it is using our spaghetti dispensers. They are on sale this month. They are on sale two. You get two of them. They do come with your little insert that allows you to do one or two. Okay, hold it up where you can see it. One, this side right here will allow you to get out one serving of spaghetti. This side will allow you to get out two servings of spaghetti, which is great. It just pops right into the top. It is our modular mate, so it is airtight, liquid proof. It is designed to keep your pasta fresh for much longer than it would be in the container. But this month we do have them on special. They are two for $15, which makes, or you could get a mystery seal. If you want the red seal, they're two for $15. If you want the mystery color seal, which could be the blue, could be black, could be gray, we don't know, could be red. I was excited. You can get two for $12. That is literally like $6 a gift if you go with the mystery colors. So, and it is super cool, super easy gifts. I already have my flour in here. The recipe does tell you how to layer it. So first you layer your flour. Next, and this is our ½ a cup measuring cup. I just have my brown sugar in here. We layer our brown sugar. I have my spatula to kind of spread it out and make it look a little cool. Then I keep my sugar in our canisters. And I love them because they have a little window on the front that allows me to see. It allows me to see what's in it. So if you see right there, it's got my little window, so it allows me to see what's in it. So I know that this is my sugar. They are the one-touch canister, so whenever you're sealing it, you just push the little center. As you can see, it burps it. It is airtight. So I love that. So next ingredient is going to be a ½ a cup of regular sugar. And we're just going to dump that right in there. Next, we have a cup of oats. Just going to dump those right in there. Next is a cup of chocolate chips. And then I already had these pre-measured out, and it's a cup of chopped pecans. Put those in there. Then you just would pop that on. Take your seal. Pop it on. Now it's airtight, liquid proof, and you have all the dry ingredients for a great Christmas gift. I do have one that I made up earlier that I just wanted to show everyone. Already made up. I already decorated it, put a little bow on it. But how cool is this? And I have the little recipe on there that tells them what they need for their wet ingredients. But I am also going to go one step further tonight. So the one that I just put together, we're going to take it. And these are our ultimate mixing bowls. They are on sale this month. We have a 14 3/4 cup that has our great splash proof guard on it. So I love this one for when I'm having to mix anything that's like real juicy, like with lemon juice. Our all-in-one mate also fits right on top of here, so you can juice your lemons, limes, oranges. You can zest stuff right into your mixing bowl. This is a great little mixing bowl. It also has a full seal as well. So it does, the smaller one, the 14 3/4 comes with your splash guard. And it also has over here to where you can pour liquid out of it. But it also comes with a solid seal as well. In this set also comes, and these are my personal ones, and I love them. I use them all the time. And it's, yay, they just happen to be on sale this month. This is the largest one. It is a 40 cup. This is a big bowl, but it is great as well to use it for a lot of different things. I like it for mixing potato salads, for the holidays, macaroni salads. I was going to say, we use it for a lot of stuff. But tonight, I am using the 25 1/4 cup to mix my cookies in. And that's this one. And the great thing about this is, see, once I got that, then we just put it all in there. It just all dumps right out into the bowl. Now, the great thing is they're going to make these cookies. They're going to love them. They're going to wash this, and now they have a spaghetti keeper that lasts them all year. All they will have to have, besides the dry ingredients, just a little mix around, break up my brown sugar and stuff. All they will have to have as far as wet ingredients is 1 egg, slightly beaten. And I love like our little Wonder Bowls because they're great for mixing an egg. And 1 stick of melted butter. I love our micro pitcher because it's the 2 cup and the 1 cup. It does fit like this, so when you're melting butter, you do not have to worry about it popping. As you can see, it did pop a little, popping all over my microwave. It is all self-contained. And we just put in our 1 cup of melted butter. I love our spatulas because they have the nifty little corner here that allows you to get everything in all of the little crevices. So you get all of it. Like I said, our micro pitchers are amazing. I do love them. I use them all the time. Then we're just going to stir this around. So give it a little good little stir here, just to get it incorporated with the wet and the dry. And these are yummy, yummy cookies. They are great the recipe is even great if you like to, you're in a cookie exchange for Christmas. Let's see. These are amazing cookies. Alrighty. See? Now we got it all incorporated. I like our cookie scoop. Now, you can roll these into balls with your hands, but I prefer to use our scoops. I like the fact that it comes with 3 different sizes. So if you want to make giant cookies, you can. If you want to make little teeny cookies, you can. I am opting to use the medium size one. The great thing about these is it's only 1 base. They pop right out. So I wanted to make the giant cookies. Pops right in. There you go. But tonight, we're using the medium one. Look how easy that is. And I will be baking these. I bake these on our silicone baking mat with the rim. I love this. It doesn't matter. Like, most of the time it's folded. I shove it in my cabinet just like this. Because the great thing about it is when I'm done, it pops right back open. It doesn't mess up. It's non-stick. It's also great because it has the little spots for you to put your cookies. Those are more for the small cookies. So I kind of do every other one for my medium cookie. And you just scoop right out. And there we go. Let's see if I can tuck this down a little bit. See, there you go. We got my scoops of cookies on here. And then here's the great thing about this. Say video magic. Voila. This is our large round. This is great for storing cookies. It is also on sale this month. Mine is an older one. The new one has the red seal, which is on sale for $19. Or you can get a mystery seal, which means you might get this color seal. You might get red. You might get another color. We don't know. For $15, which is amazing price for these. But here's the finished product. Yay. Just baked them right on my mat. Yummy. They are very yummy. But as with the puppy chow, cookies. Everybody likes to get cookies at Christmas time. Well, the great thing is if you have that, nice little coworker that you just want to get them a little something, or, a nice little neighbor that you just want to get them a little something, just bake them some cookies. You can decorate this. You can put a bow on it, kind of like I did with the cookie mix. Make it all pretty. These are our refrigerator bowls. You do these you actually can't purchase, but you can host a party and you can earn 4 of them as a thank you gift once your party reaches the minimum requirement. And that would be 4 gifts that you earned for free. All you did was baked a few cookies and stuck a cute little bow on it. I was like, say, how awesome is that? I was like, say, and they get to keep the nice little container for the rest of the year and forever because it's Tupperware.
Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. Ooh, I got a little echo over there.
Let me get that down.
He's going to mute that one over there. I don't know what's going on. Hang on.
Maybe that got it.
Did you got it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's still going. Hold on. Up. All right, I'm back. Okay, so thank you so much for all you did. And guys, wasn't that amazing? All right, in the comments right now, give Deborah a big hip hip hooray. We love it. And we will be posting that recipe for all of you a little bit later, okay? So thank you. Troy's trying to turn the other phone off. Can y'all hear that background? Or is it just me?
We could hear it.
Okay, I thought so. I don't know why it did that. We've had both of these up already. Anyway, Charlie, don't worry about that. We're going to talk a little bit more. As Deborah said, there are some really exciting things we have available for all of us. And just like Deborah, you never know what's going to happen until you give Tupperware a try. So we're so glad that Deborah joined us, and she is on the fast track to moving up in our business. So thank you, Deborah. Charlie, just. Okay, I know Charlie's trying to do 2 things at once, poor thing. Okay, so that stops it. All right, so I want to talk to you for just a minute about one last thing before we let you go and we give away some gifts. Charlie has been keeping track of everybody that's on, and throughout the night he has been pulling some lucky numbers. So he take me out of the studio. So he has been picking some different people picking some names out as we go through. And I know he has a winner over there for me. Just go live. Okay, I'm back. There we go. So, okay. So Charlie has been keeping track of everybody that's on, and he has a name for me of our first winner of the night. And you're going to be getting an exclusive product just from me and Charlie for being a guest. And Charlie, who is our winner?
Jen Steele.
Jen Steele. Congratulations, Jen. You're the winner of our on-prize drawing Charlie was keeping track of earlier. In just a minute, we are going to be sharing with you who is the winner of our guest drawing. And I know Colleen's been keeping track of that. So once again, if you have not, put in the comments who invited you. Say, I'm a guest, and my name is so-and-so, and this is who invited me. Then I want to encourage you to go ahead and do that now, because in just a few minutes, we're going to be picking that name. But as we wrap up this evening, we hope that you've enjoyed being with us. And I hope you realize that one of the great things about Tupperware is it's really like a family, and you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. And one of the things that you want to think about is, what could I do if I had an extra $1,000 a month? What would I do with an extra $1,000 a month? Because, a lot of times we don't realize, how much of an impact that can have for us in our life. So maybe you've had some, medical issues that have come up. Maybe you've got kids that got things they want to do, play sports, be involved. They have a trip coming up and you need that extra cash. This would be a great way for you to be able to add that extra money to your household and work from home. And because we do it in business together, then you would be able to invite your host to come and be here with us on this. You don't even have to know how to do the demonstrations yet. You can jump in full force and do your own and do TikToks and all that stuff. Or you can take advantage of other people sharing what they do so that you can learn more about the products and you can share that with your friends as well. And that way they can get free Tupperware and you can make money. So what would you do with that $1,000 a month? Go ahead and put it in the comments and let us know. Because I know when I first started, I went to a party, like I said, and I had a little baby, and I was like, no, can't sell Tupperware. No, can't sell Tupperware. And that was when we had to do everything in person. But about 5 months went by and I realized I'd listened enough and I learned enough, and I figured like I knew enough about this product because I knew how it was helping me. That was really what it was. Each party I went to, I'd buy one product, I'd buy one product, I'd buy one product. And I loved what I could do with those products because it made cooking so easy. And I cooked everything because we were poor as church mouse when we first got married. So it was a really great way for me to see how the products worked. And so then when I started selling, I just would tell people things that I made with it. I'd tell them how I did omelets. I'd tell them how I did peach cobbler. I'd tell them how anything that I made in my kitchen that week and used Tupperware, that's what I would share with other people, because we don't sell anything. We just share what we love. And everybody loves to cook and everybody needs Tupperware. So put those comments in there. So what I have in front of me is what we call our demonstration kit. And in our demonstration kit, it gives you all of these products that you can use to be able to talk about, what we did. So you'd have some bowls if you wanted to talk about bowls. You have that great spatula that you saw both Deborah and Karen using. We have some microwave products. We have some vent and serve like Karen was using earlier. We have our Crystal Wave, and we also have our microwave breakfast maker. We have a modular made in there. You saw me using that. You saw Karen using that. And then you have your freezer containers. And by the way, if you make a big batch of that puppy chow, or you make those cookies and you want to go ahead and just make them into the cookie balls, you can freeze them and put them into containers like this. And then that way you don't have to feel like you have to eat it all at one time or cook them all at one time. You've got the frozen ones in there as well. You've got 2 on-the-go beverage for your hot and your cold. You've also got some junior bowl, which is a really amazing bowl that you cannot normally purchase on its own. You can get it free when you host a party. Our measuring cups, our measuring spoons, 2 of our microfiber towels, as well as our Power Chef and our supersonic chopper and our supersonic chopper mini, our little mini. And these are just the best for chopping those nuts up like you saw Deborah using. You can also use this to chop your onions if you're doing the whipped butter like I did. This is a great way for you to chop your garlic up and your spices to mix into, or your herbs to mix into your butter. And it also even has a whipping blade. Now this is over $400 worth of products. You also get a free website and some of our amazing Tupperware catalogs that show the complete 270 plus products that we offer that are only exclusive to you as a Tupperware consultant. We also have monthly specials, which you've seen several of those already tonight. And so you're going to be getting all of these amazing items in your starter kit to get started for just $139. And you will be able to then shop for Tupperware at a discount for 25%. You will be able to purchase samples at 35%. You will also be able to start earning money right away. So I want to ask you guys a question. You've been telling me what you could do with $1,000 a month. How many of you think you have maybe 2 to 4 hours a week that you could invest in a Tupperware business? If I told you that by the time you got to mid-December, you would have made over $2,000, how many of you would think that sounds pretty amazing? So right now, we actually, Charlie, if you put that slide, that little banner up, please, that says, it shows you that if you just held, no, not that one. If you just held 2 parties a week between now and December the 10th, you would actually be able to earn somewhere between $2,000 to $2,500, if not more, because that would be just 2 parties a week. And if you're doing them online like this, it's like an hour. You could do 2 hours, twice a week. If you got 4 hours to spend on, you could do 4 parties and you could double the amount of money, and you would be able to take advantage of all of this earning potential, plus get all these great products. And we have an exclusive offer once again this month, that if you go ahead and open your account and put your first order in of at least $40 during October, and of course we're going to help you do that because we're going to help you have a launch party so you can get free Tupperware to boot and make money, then you're going to also be able to get that whip and mix that you saw me using earlier for just $15. That's right, guys. That is an over $60 value that you're going to get for $15 simply because you give it a try. Now, some of you are going, I'm loving this. I love every bit of it. I've already got a list of products that I want that I'd love to be able to get at 25% off. But right this minute, I don't have $139. And you know what? I get it. So if that is the case, but you need to make money and you want to start making money right away, we have a second option. And we also have this as an option for those of you who just love Tupperware and are not sure that you even want to put your toe in the water yet about selling, but you're willing to give it a try and hold a party and let us help you do that party before you make that decision. Then we have an option. We call it kind of our super shopper. It's for the people, I like to call them our Tupperware evangelist. They're the people who love Tupperware so much they can hardly get enough of it, and they want to just tell everybody about it, and they want to get their Tupperware at the best price. And so that is what we're offering you with our $15 virtual opportunity. So 2 options: get it all for $139, or stick your toe in the water for $15 and see what happens. And from that point on, you're in the driver's seat. You have the option to make as little amount of money as you want, but shop at a discount, or make as much money as you want and shop at a discount and drive a company car and take amazing vacations. So it's up to you. But we're super excited that you joined us tonight. And I'm going to get Colleen to join me right now to let me know about our guests that are on tonight. Hi, Colleen. We're going all the way out to Arizona, guys. Give Colleen a bunch of love out there in the heat of Arizona. But I was there, and it's a little cool at night sometimes, isn't it?
It's not too bad tonight.
But out there. All right. So, Colleen, how many guests do we have on tonight?
I have a total of 8.
Okay. 2 names? We have 2 guests.
8.
8, she said. 8. Oh, okay, that's it. Okay, so you have 8 guests. Fantastic. And Charlie has just rolled the lucky number, and he says the lucky number is 2. So, Colleen, who is the number 2 guest on our list?
Diane Lee.
All right, Diane. And Diane is a guest of?
Lori Yarborough.
All right, Lori Yarborough. So congratulations. And we're going to have a special gift for you for joining us tonight as well. So give Colleen a big round of applause, everybody. We love you, Colleen. All right. And we're going to finish up with one final thing that I want to share with everybody. So for those of you, those 8 guests that are watching, and anybody who watches the replay of this within the next 24 hours, I have a bonus offer just for you. So for those of you who are watching right now, your bonus offer is if you say yes and open your account by noon tomorrow. Normally I say midnight tonight, but I'm going to give you till noon tomorrow, okay? So that way if any of our folks are watching the replay, they can get in on this by noon tomorrow. I'm going to have an extra special exclusive gift for you that'll be the perfect thing for you to package up some of those goodies that you're going to be making at Christmas time with a little sparkle and shine as well. So if you say yes and go ahead and just open up your account with us on our team by noon tomorrow, you're going to get that special gift from me for free. And then you're going to be on the way to getting all of those other great rewards that we offer to our new reps and having that $2,000 in your pocket by the time we get to Christmas. So, Charlie, you have one more winner for everybody that's on. He's picking another winner right now, and it is
JC.
JC Willis. So all the way out in Nevada, Las Vegas. JC, congratulations to you. So we have our 2 winners from everybody that's on Jen Steele and JC Willis, and we have our special guest, and we're so thankful for you. And it was, what was her name, Charlie? Paula, the guest?
The guest was Diane Lee.
Diane Lee. So congratulations, Diane Lee. And we hope, guys, that you will join us again for our next one of these amazing events. It'll be coming up later this month in October. I don't have the date right on my mind, but we will let you know. And thank you all for being a part of it tonight. Good night.